Hi there. Again, this is Laura Cook, and we are going to be talking about the structures of the pancreas. I just wanted to get kind of a full-length body view before we were talking about the pituitary gland and see how it's way far up here in the brain. And all the way down here, we have the pancreas that is in the abdominal vault. Now, it's a little bit higher than what people would probably think as far as where the structure lives, so let's take a look at that. I'm going to zoom in here for you. The pancreas looks like it is actually pretty much hidden by some of your internal organs in the abdominal wall. This is your liver here, and you'll see your stomach and whatnot. This is the large intestine that lays below it. The pancreas is actually starts at this very small end here and kind of works its way up and behind. So it's protected by these large bones that are in your pelvis, and it's kind of high up in the abdominal vault, hid behind the liver. So I'm also going to pan over to the difference between how far they communicate in just a moment. But let me tell you a little bit more about the pancreas. The pancreas actually is a big proprietor of keeping homeostasis due to the fact that it creates insulin and glycogen. And both of those hormones are super important in keeping the body at a good position. We know that when we consume food that we have to have insulin to counteract the carbohydrates and the cascade of sugar spikes that happen during those carbohydrates being digested. So it has some target cells that are included in the liver and the skeletal, cardiac, and glycogen liver and muscles in the adipose tissue. All those type of cells kind of are completely relevant to the pancreas itself. It affects the body by stimulating insulin and glucose to uptake to target those cells, and the glycogen and lipogens. Glycogen stimulates the glycolygenesis and glycogen breakdown, and also ketogenesis of fats and protein breakdown. So it's very big in how we digest food and how we maintain our blood sugar. It is a larger organ, as you can see, compared to the pituitary. With pituitary has so many different things that it houses and stimulates, but the pancreas, most of all, being, even though it is larger and may only do one or two things, it is exclusive to the body's having develop and metabolizing food and such. And there's a diagram here about the hormones that is produced in the endocrine organs in our book that kind of give you a large range of all the different tissues and cells. But as you can visualize here, if we can get a little closer, it is probably almost the same length if you were to stretch it out as the posterior part of the liver, but it kind of housed back behind there. So it plays a large significance due to the fact that without insulin or without the production of glycogen, we would not be able to metabolize a lot of things. And we'll do kind of a 360 here so you can see what it's protected by. It has those kidneys that are actually right behind it, and some other organelles that are right next to these structures that are very close, and you can see they're kind of halo shadowing around them to show where exactly this lives in the body.